Hello, and thank you for being here. Please just tell us what was happening before and where are you now?
Okay. Um, I've written sort of 3 pages of things that I want to speak about this evening, so I'll keep it as brief as I can because I am like a bit like Mazzilli and the other lady, Laura, completely blown away by the difference that this program has made in actually quite a short period of time. So I have probably overeaten for about 20, 25 years, not as a child, mainly as an adult when I became a nurse. That started kicking off lots of emotional difficulties for me. And I turned to food to deal with them. And since then, I have literally tried. I've got them written down here: fasting, slimming clubs, coaching, counseling, retreats, books, a health coach that cost me thousands. Um, you name it. I've literally spent thousands on trying to fix myself around eating. I've done self development for years. I've done therapy. You name it. I've tried everything. Nothing's really worked or has lasted for very long. So things have sort of, you can lose a few pounds and then it goes back on. And I've never really dealt with the psychology side of it. And so prior to starting on this program, I was very despondent. I was overeating all the time. It was usually late at night when nobody was around. It would be in the car when nobody was around. So it's all quite secretive places, or at work if nobody was in the office. It's sort of like nibbling things when people weren't looking. There'd be wrappers everywhere. There would be trips down to the 24-hour shop at midnight, 1 in the morning. Lots of overeating at night. I could usually do quite well till about the evening. So during the day, not too bad, but the evening times were really, really bad. And it would, I'd be doing, I'm sure some of you can identify with this, but I would be grabbing bars of chocolate on my way home from work, but not a bar of chocolate. We're talking a bar of chocolate. And it would be gone by the time I got home. And then I'd feel like I hadn't eaten anything because it would have been hoovered up while I was driving and distracted. So then I used to get really angry because I was like, well, I can't eat it again. I'll just have a massive sugar crash and die. So it was just it. The binging wasn't even satisfying in any way. It was just habit and it was emotional. So, and I'd got to that point of going, do you know what? I'm always going to be fat. I'm always going to be a mess around food. It's just the way life is. And then a friend of mine introduced me to Anna and the program. And I was like, yeah, right, 1 hour a week on Zoom. No, I don't think so. That's not going to work for me. But I thought, you know what? Let's get, because I do spend all this money on things. Yeah, yeah, that's fine. We'll give it a go. And literally at week 2, shame and guilt had disappeared. I have no idea what you did, Anna. She like got out this like little wand on the first session, and shame and guilt just disappeared. And I think the compassion around the coaching is huge for me. And it was almost like there's no room for guilt and shame because you're not made wrong in any way. Anna's been through it. She's shared her story. I knew that I mean, you look fantastic now and you look fantastic then, but obviously there was stuff going on inside that you were hiding, which very much mirrored my story. So there was, I didn't feel any issue with sharing the truth of what was going on for me. And I think because in the first few weeks, it was very much just observe what's going on. You don't have to make any major changes, which was great for me because I had quite a few Last Suppers. Um, and I found that initially my behavior didn't change, but my attitude towards the behavior changed. I just didn't feel guilty, which meant I was actually enjoying the food rather than shoveling it in. And it was going down. And then after a few more weeks, I've throughout this program, I've sold a flat, and selling a flat for me is one of the most stressful things. So I've sold a flat. I've given up binge eating pretty much, I would say by 75, 80%. I mean, it's just unbelievable. I was like, it's going to happen for you, but not for me. So you'll all get it and I won't. And I've got it. And, and my binges now, they're nowhere near what they were. They're nowhere near. I don't go out at 12 o'clock at night and go and get something. I consider what I'm going to eat. If I really want something sweet, I sit and I think, what can I have? And I will look around for something that is the least destructive thing, which before I wouldn't have done that. So that's a change for me. I now taste healthy food in a very different way. For me, a bunch of grapes is so much more tasty than chocolate. I actually feel hungry. So I now know what hunger feels like because I didn't before because I was constantly grabbing. I don't grab for food. I plan more. I don't eat for stress. I've lost 10 pound, which again, like Laura said, is it been a side effect rather than a goal. I've just been on holiday for 10 days with family in a small caravan and lost a pound. So I'm very proud of that. I feel I can say no. I don't have a drama anymore
Mm,
around food, and I do not have a drama around saying no. I'm just like, oh no, I don't want that, thank you,
yeah.
and that's it. End of conversation. I just enjoy food, and when I was on holiday, I had chocolate and I had ice cream, but because it wasn't a binge, I really enjoyed it in a way that I haven't done for so long. And I'm not dieting and I'm not counting calories. I'm not writing my food down. I know how to eat. It's just doing it. Um, and I think for me, just one last thing I'd like to share. It was just
Please.
really going right back to basics and going and saying to myself, you don't know how to eat. Let Anna
Mm.
teach you how to eat. I went back to baby steps, back to basics, and I don't know what it is. Just the coaching for me is very profound because there is no make wrong in the coaching at all. So when I went on holiday with family, I was worried about like losing my progress. And Anna was just like, you're away with family, Claire. Enjoy yourself. If you want to have a couple of extra things, it's fine. And I've come back and I haven't gone back to square one. I haven't gone back anywhere. Just back on track today. But yeah.
Oh,
So
fantastic.
there's so
Thank
much more
you.
I could share. I just want to share it all, but I can't. But
Thank you,
that's
Claire. Thank you so, so much. And I remember for the first, I think it was for the first 2 weeks. And then actually it was a little bit more when you were saying, everyone else is going to get it. I'm not going to get it. It's like, I'm not going
absolutely.
to get it. Everyone else will get the results, not me. It's been such a pleasure because the thing is that resistance is a normal thing, and I think I had resistance as well. That's a normal part in the beginning of the process, and it's literally the conscious mind, subconscious mind. Conscious mind is like, yeah, I want to do it, and subconscious mind is like, I have no idea what I'm going to get on the other side. This is scary. This is scary. No, 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 don't come here. But then the power of working on subconscious mind and changing the mindset, and all three of you ladies, you're brilliant examples of showing how to be back in charge, and actually you are the ones who are making choices now, and that's why this is the way which is sustainable, because it's just gonna be like that now, and the
Can I
results will
just
come.
say one last thing, Anna? For
Please.
people who are out there thinking this is going to be really hard, it absolutely is the easiest thing I think I've ever done. I honestly thought it'd be like stepping off a cliff and smashing into the ground. And it's been like stepping off a cliff and then just being very gently lifted down. It has not been difficult or restrictive or painful in any way, which I'm just astounded by.
Thank you, and
Complete
I can see Laura and Mazili nodding their heads.